The godfather of AI just told everyone to train to be a plumber. And he wasn't joking. Dario Amodei runs Anthropic, one of the most powerful AI companies on the planet. They're valued in the billions and they build Claude. In May 2025, he went public with a warning that should terrify every office worker. AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs. Unemployment could spike to 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years. 10 to 20% unemployment. We haven't seen numbers like this since the Great Depression. So he called this a white-collar bloodbath. Technology, finance, law, consulting, entry-level positions across the board are gone. And here's what makes this different from every other tech prediction. The people building the technology are the ones telling you to run. Where are people looking instead? Blue collar, because there is what nobody talking about. AI can diagnose diseases, it can write legal briefs, it can pass the bar exam, but it can't crawl under your sink to find where is the leak and fix it. This isn't science fiction. The CEOs building AI are warning us what is coming. It's already starting. IBM announced a hiring freeze on roles that could be replaced by AI. That's 7,800 positions, 30% of their back office jobs, gone within 5 years. Microsoft cut roughly 3% of its workforce in last May. Companies aren't just laying people off, they are stopping hiring altogether. Not backfilling positions, just replacing humans with AI agents. Amodei says it is happening fast, as little as a couple of years or less. Right now, 60% of AI use is helping human work, but 40% is straight up automation. And that number is growing. Mark Zuckerberg said in January 2025 that probably in 2025 we're going to have an AI that can effectively be a mid-level engineer. Sam Altman from OpenAI says entire job categories will be totally gone, especially customer support. Goldman Sachs think that 300 million jobs worldwide are at risk. And Amodei admits the irony. It's a very strange set of dynamics where we are saying you should be worried about where the technology we are building is going. Critics say he's just hyping it up, but his response is, well, what if they're right? Well, Gen Z isn't waiting around to find out. 42% are now working in or pursuing blue-collar jobs. And get this, 37% of these are college graduates. They've got the bachelor's degrees and they're choosing trades anyway. The gender split is wild. 46% of Gen Z men with degrees are going into trades, while only 27% of women do that. So why are they moving to trades? 45% want more flexibility and independence. 32% prefer hands-on work instead of sitting at a desk. 30% believe trade jobs offer better long-term prospects. And here's the kicker. 25% say blue-collar jobs are less likely to be replaced by AI. Math makes sense too. 60% see it as a way to earn money sooner. 40% want to avoid student loan debt. College now costs around $40,000 per student per year. That's doubled in 24 years. But it's not just Gen Z. 62% of white-collar workers say they would swap careers for a trade if it meant better job security and pay. 45% want to switch fields entirely. 44% want to start their own business. And 29% just want to do nothing for a while. The AI factor is huge. 72% of Gen Z believe AI will reduce entry-level corporate jobs in the next 5 years, and that is potentially going to happen. And many of them are worried about AI, and they're considering switching to trades. And the culture is shifting. 78% of Americans have noticed rising interest in trade jobs among young people. 53% say that social media like TikTok influence their views. Vocational school enrollment is up almost 5% since 2019, and vocational focused community college enrollment jumped 16%, which is the highest since 2018. So Gen Z doesn't see white-collar work as secure anymore, and they're voting with their feet. That's the paradox. While office workers worry about AI, blue-collar industries are desperate for people. The US alone is expected to be 550,000 plumbers short by 2027. Construction needs 500,000 new workers in 2024 just to balance supply and demand. Manufacturing job openings are up 20% from 5 years ago. Construction openings surged 50% from 287,000 in February 2019 to 441,000 in February 2024. Electrician employment is projected to grow almost 10% through 2034. That's 3 times faster than the national average. The New Yorker literally ran a piece called The Great Electrician Shortage. Why the shortage? Well, tradespeople are retiring. Younger generations avoided trades for decades because it was considered kind of not fancy enough. And 76% of people say there's still stigma around vocational school versus a 4-year university. But here is what is also changing and makes a big difference. Master plumbers are making a median of $80,000 to $700,000. That's a 21% jump from the year before. Electricians earn a median of $60,000 to $350,000 US dollars, which is 26% higher than the median for all US jobs. The top 10% of plumbers earn over $105,000 US dollars. No 4-year degree required. Apprenticeships take 3 to 5 years. You can specialize for higher pay. You can start your own business. And while white-collar workers buried themselves in $150,000 of student debt, plumbers are clearing 6 figures with 0 loans. The wait times are already showing up. Fewer skilled workers mean families waiting months for repairs. Fewer workers means higher prices. The shortage is real, and it's only going to get worse. But what if you don't want to be a plumber? Not everyone can or wants to swing a hammer for a living. So what do you do if you are committed to white-collar work in the AI world? Stanford research identified that AI fundamentally struggles with emotional intelligence, creativity, physical presence, and ethical judgment. The jobs that survive aren't the ones that avoid AI. They're the ones that do what AI cannot do. Emotional intelligence. AI can recognize patterns but can't empathize. It can't comfort someone who is nervous or grieving. It can't read the room. Jobs requiring this are safer. Therapists, counselors, nurses, teachers, complex judgment, for instance. AI thrives on patterns but struggles with unprecedented situations. It can't make gut decisions in gray areas. It can't exercise ethical reasoning under uncertainty. Senior executives, judges, strategic consultants, crisis managers, these roles require human judgment. Creativity. AI generates content but lacks the original spark. It can write, but it can't truly innovate. It needs human prompts and curation. Human connection. 92% of talent professionals say soft skills are equally or more important than hard skills. AI can't build trust through human connection. It can't mentor, inspire, or motivate. The winning strategy isn't competing with AI, it's collaborating with AI. Use AI to handle data and repetitive tasks. Focus your time on judgment, creativity, and relationship to stay in white-collar jobs. If you're staying in white-collar work, you need a deliberate strategy. The skills that matter are critical thinking, communication, adaptability, leadership, ethical reasoning. These are what AI can't replicate. Some industries have built-in protection. Healthcare, for instance. The WHO projects a shortfall of 10 million healthcare workers globally by 2030. Education requires mentorship and emotional adaptation. Human-centered service like social work, counseling, therapy, these need empathy and complex interpersonal communication. So the hybrid approach works too. Learn to use AI as a co-pilot. Master AI tools in your field. Position yourself as the human who directs AI output. Clear pivots to consider: AI oversight, ethics and compliance, client relationships, strategic leadership. Someone has to manage and correct AI. Someone has to make the human judgment calls. McKinsey says up to 40% of the global workforce may need to entirely change career paths by 2030. Workers will need to switch occupations more frequently than ever before. Build what Harvard calls a human capabilities portfolio. Document specific examples of creativity, emotional intelligence, complex problem solving, ethical judgment, because employers increasingly value demonstrated capabilities over credentials alone. So here is where we are. The CEO of one of the most powerful AI companies on earth just warned that half of all entry-level white-collar jobs could vanish in the next 5 years. And Gen Z is listening. 42% are pursuing blue-collar jobs. 37% of college graduates are abandoning their degrees for trades. They're not stupid. They're just paying attention. Microsoft analyzed 200,000 AI conversations, and the pattern was clear. The safest jobs are roofers, plumbers, electricians, mechanics. AI can think, but then it can't show up.